taking a good long break, kind of like Nate took his like
Okay.
month break. She's gonna take a month or two off. So we'll get shit done. Um, Ding.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so where we left off last time, you all traveled from Watcher's Hideout all the way over to Gazneg. Along the way, Beavis, we retconned a little bit because we didn't have rules for it. You crafted some magical items in the back of the wagon.
Yeah.
Along the way, and when you reached Gazneg, we went over a little bit about it, a little bit of the history. And where's my thing? There it is. Things like the golems and the lifts, how the city was built over these very high, almost ramshack condominium esque type buildings. And so you all went down into the Gazneg, exploring it, learning a little bit about it. And at one point, you all ran into a crime scene that had happened where a bunch of party goers had been murdered and turned into to meat jelly. And Beavis, you had kind of
A
a little bit of a
relapse.
yeah, a relapse with Thorgil, where you forgot that your party days are a little bit behind you at this point, and but that's okay. Uh, all you have to do is keep on trying. So from there, we had Riley and Valium go and investigate one of the colleges, the College of the Golden Oak, run by the Black Blast family, the rivals of Beavis's family, the Lightbringers, to ascertain knowledge of golems and possibly be able to learn or have the ability to craft their own. Where Valium was more looking to find out a way to improve her magics or shadow capabilities. Unfortunately, that wasn't the bestest of locations, and she learned a little bit. She rented a book slash bought a book, but we'll see where that pans out later. We left off with Thorgil in the marketplace purchasing a couple items and he headed over to the florist where he picked up some flowers and was heading down to the crypts, the location where the dwarves bury their dead. So with that, let's pick up there at Thorgil. Thorgil, you are headed down to the deep, which is the mines area of the city, and you slowly, as you start to descend. I mean, you're taking basically like the deep's probably the easiest place to get to in all of Gazneg because you just constantly take any lift that goes down further than the lift that you took previously to get there. And after a little bit of time, you make your way to where there's either the workers going down to do actual mining and pulling of minerals and gems and whatnot. But you choose a different path. You choose a side tunnel, moving your way down to where the dwarven people bury their dead inside of the mountain. So, where are you going? I mean, I know, but
yeah. Thorgil walks, and it's really dark. Not a lot of people down there because it's a graveyard. People don't really go to the graveyard unless they have a reason. And he eventually stops in front of one specific tomb, which has the Steel Forge name over it. And there's quite a few names because like it's a family tomb, and specifically there's Thruin and Rain Steelforge. He sets the flowers down that he picked up, and he says, "Mom, Dad, I'm back."
Yeah. And
yeah,
and we
So-
have that nice
Okay.
little moment. But I want you to actually give me a perception check as you look at the tomb and you see your parents' names on it.
Is Thorgil adopted?
No.
no
I don't
orphan.
know if that's what he was perceiving.
Yeah. So one thing when you're doing that and you're having your moment, your graveyard moment with your family, you notice a little bit off to the side that there's been damage to this tomb. Nothing's broken through it. It's not been like desecrated in any way. At least not like the inside of the tomb, but there's been a little bit of defacing to the tomb as a whole. It's not like there's paint or anything. It's not like some snot-nosed kids. It's almost like there was like a creature trying to get inside. There's furrows in the stone where something clawed and tried to pry open the stone door to get into your family's tomb.
That's interesting.
Is this like mausoleum
I
style
definitely
where he
know
could
that
go
for later.
inside?
I'm thinking more like giant stone door that takes lots of work to open because it's a family tomb, so you have to be able to inter more of
Yeah.
the family.
But there's like an inside.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, okay. I was picturing like a tombstone.
Yeah, the way I imagined it was like if you played Dragon Age Origins during one of the dwarf stories, you can actually see some of the tombs there.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
played
really
it.
big.
I don't remember. I guess that makes sense. They're good miners and crafters. And...
Yeah, it's basically mausoleums that are built into like
Mm-hmm.
the stone wall, kind of. Is how I at least perceived it. But yeah, you notice that something had tried to get its claws into like the gap in the giant stone door to pry it open. Failed, but tried to do that.
Can I tell anything about like the claw marks? What kind of creature it might be?
Very
Or would that be, like,
large
investigation or survival?
Yeah, let's do an
Okay.
investigation.
All right.
-1. Yeah, so you notice that they're not they're not sharp claw marks like something that has like nasty talons or anything like that. But it definitely was strong enough to scratch into the stone itself. And there's a little bit of blood actually when you do the investigation, which is it's not like an odd color. It's still a ruby kind of color. It's which is now, you know, the hemoglobin has turned it to a dry fleck of brown. And where's my thing? Fuck is it? IRL. Gasnag. There we go. 20. Okay. It was a very large creature. So Thorgil borderlines on medium for size. This was definitely some beast of some sort that ranged over 10 feet tall. You can tell that from the hand marks. I mean, we're talking like, you know, strongest man in the world, Brock Lesnar, like on crack and like extra like 3 foot tall, kind of like size.
And this isn't like a common thing you'd see around here, right? Like, are the
This
mines
is not
dangerous around Ghazni?
The mines are definitely dangerous,
Interesting.
but at least because you and I talked a little bit about it, the dwarves aren't overall a very spiritual group as a whole, but they have very strong beliefs in ancestry worship, which is one of the reasons that they don't burn their bodies. They inter them, they return them back to the mountain. It's why family names are extremely important. It's the classic like Lord of the Rings where like every dwarf could say like every father, grandfather, great grandfather, all the way back, all the way to Durin kind of thing. Like, actually, there's here just to kind of